Welcome back to Let's Play the Black Crystal. I'm the Almighty Bob, and I still am the boss of you. We're about to get started with Map 6, the Tower of Baroth. It's only a short hop, skip, and jump from the Temple of Fire Demon to the Tower of Baroth, so I'm going to be using that 5-demon monster incineration jutsu we got from the temple to make sure I don't have to walk all the way across the map from the sanctuary. Might as well burn up all the uses I can of it here. It's not like the spell is useful at any single other point in this game. And with this, we can say goodbye to Map 1, the source of frustration of so many old-age Commodore 64 players. At this point, there's nothing left that the escape kit can tell us that we're not going to find out on our own through the game, so we might as well just put the thing away and go at this solo. Woo, spooky. Alright, so our weapons are useless, and Goro is useless, so we're on our own going through the first room, the room of trapdoors. Now this test is pretty simple, you just gotta get from one side of the room to the other. All the while you're trying to avoid moving trapdoors and those little brown sirens that are drawing you off course. Under normal circumstances, those trapdoors should be pretty easy to avoid. They do move in a predictable, repeating pattern, but this room has two things going against it. The first is those pesky brown sirens. As soon as they show up, you lose control of the token and it makes a beeline straight for them. You have to hit one of the number keys in order to make them disappear. It's one of the ones between 1 and 8, and it's random every single time. The other, and much bigger crime against this room, is the fact that the moving trapdoors takes up so much memory and so much of the CPU cycles. They literally have to hold down the number key in order for it to register any movement. So essentially, you have to hold down the key in the direction that you want to move and pray that it actually registers the key press. But it doubly sucks because when the sirens show up, so much memory and so much of the CPU cycles are taken up with the trapdoors that it doesn't always register that you pressed a key. So you can sit there hammering away on the number keys trying to get those sirens to disappear. It's just going to sit there and laugh at you and say, too bad, you're going to die. Now again, you need an incredible amount of shit-ass luck just to make it through this room. So for those of you interested, I'd say go out and grab a sandwich because this is going to be a while. If you're impatient, just skip ahead to 357. That's when I'm actually going to make it through this monstrosity. This really makes me feel like I'm in the Majestic, but instead of being a magician dropping through a trapdoor and drowning in a cylinder of water, you're dropping through a trapdoor and getting feasted on by flesh-eating fungus. Of course, at this point, they're probably sick of feasting on adventure and looking to order out for some pizza. And for those of you who skipped ahead, this is the one lucky run where a single siren doesn't show up. I managed to find a nice straight path through the room to the exit. Yay me. Alright, level 2. This is where we get to go and banish the Lords of Chaos. From the looks of it, Death decides to join in on the fun as well. This here is a bit more of a strategy game. It's not a real-time simulation. Basically, you make a move, and then the other side makes a move. You have to destroy all the enemy tokens by making them walk across the Ring of Fire. It's a lot harder than it sounds because there's 7 of them and there's only 1 of you. On top of that, if they see the Ring of Fire, half the time they're going to chuck it somewhere else in the room. That means you gotta go and track it down. Now if you remember back on map 1, I mentioned that there was a reason why we took the elf over the other classes. And it's this map which is the reason why. This map you get a spell that's called the Power Search. And what Power Search does is it'll automatically pick up the ring if it's thrown away no matter where it is on the map. When you use the Power Search spell, it drains all of your spiritual and physical strength, and you can't use the spell again until they're both up at maximum. Since the elf has a maximum of 6 in each one as opposed to 9 for either the wizard or the warrior, that means you can use it 3 turns sooner than all the other classes can. It's entirely random whether or not it's going to throw the ring away or whether it's going to walk on top of it. So again, it all comes down to shit-ass luck. Mmm, toasty. Actually, that looked more medium rare to me.